Thank you so much, everyone. We are Tuvergen band. We're gonna play a lot of music about horses today.
Why is that?
Because we love horses.
We love horses.
Yeah. And a lot of Mongolian culture and Tuvan culture, the nomad culture, is really like tied into the horses. So most of our music is about horses as well as our instrument. So during our show, we will also give you a little explanation about the singing style and the instrument. So the next one, so we're gonna see horses. Let's run for the good horse.
Good horse.
The good horse, the fast horse.
Good horse. Fast horse.
The Tuvan horse called Ekeatar. Really good and really fast horse. Thank you so much. Take care of that. The good horse. Alright. So our music has a lot of Mongolian and Tuvan folk music root, but we also have a lot of like fusion element, such as we will combine like music from like bluegrass or blues, all like different music genres to mix it together. So we have like fusion elements. Especially right now, we're all located in Chicago, so we live in Chicago, and Brenda started from Chicago, so of course we're gonna have some Chicago blues. So the next song, Hongora, is Mongolian folk music with Chicago blues.
Because they're practically right next to each other. So, it makes sense.
Yeah, totally. Thank you so much. So before we go for the next song, I'm going to give you a little bit of a demonstration about the singing style we're singing. The singing style we're singing called homie, or the throat singing in English. Basically, one person can sing 2 or 3 notes at the same time, and there's like many different layer and different lower registration and higher. It's all about imitation of the nature sound, such as this is imitation of the forest. And then this will be imitation of the sky. So this is imitation of sky sound, and this is imitation of the river sound. So this is imitation river sound. Such we have like many different layers sound of imitation nature. It's all about the imitation of the nature sound. And then during our song music, we're also including the other different style too.
Do you have any throat singing techniques having anything to do with animals?
Oh yeah.
Horse riding.
So-
Wait, horses? Horses? I'm
So
surprised.
also from all of the style, this one is in imitation of the horse running. Also hardest one from all of the style because this is kind of the from your vocal to your nose and kind of you open your nose inside and switch the sound. Sounds like this.
How many wild horses are there in Mongolia?
Oh, interesting fun fact. So there's one type of wild horse called pig. So world's 70% of the wild horses in Mongolia. So there's more horses than people there. So that's why all the culture people really related with horses. We don't consider horses as animal. We also don't consider horses as human. We have a really special connection because we don't name the horses. They have to like roaming the steppe, and then when we need it, we have to work hard and catch them, and then after we use the horses or we ride around, and then we have to bring them back to the grassland with other horses. So that's also a nice little later we'll explain the instrument of the horses. So the next one, the music called Kohigotul, you can download this music through our website, free download. And the Kohigotul is not about horses, but it's about the Mongolian boots. So why are we singing about our boots? Because in nomad life, boots is really important because tall grasses, and a harsh winter, you really need some good gear to like walking around. So people also really nomad people having a tough, harsh lifestyle. So really appreciate what we're wearing, and what we surrounding have. So this music is called Kohegutul, the Mongolian boots. Thank you so much.
How's everyone doing? You know, we are folk music. We are a Mongolian folk trio, so feel folky. Hoop, holler, stand up in the aisles, dance around. You don't have to sit pretty, the conventional audience, so feel free to get into it. Let the spirit move you. We're all good. We have a drinking song later in the set, so that's what we're all about. So
Thank you so much. Cavalry. So before we go for the next music, Nigel, could you give us a tour about your instrument there?
Sure.
The horse.
Good evening, guys. So this instrument is called marinkhor in Mongolian, and in English it's called horsehead fiddle. So you can see a horse head on top of this instrument. So it's the most traditional and most iconic instrument we have in Mongolia. So it's, the structure was is basically like a cello, but a bit smaller. But how many strings are you guys seeing on my instrument? Two, okay, cool. So actually, if you look really close, so each side has like,
But you couldn't see that from there.
so it's like 180 strings each side. Yeah, and then it's made out of horse mane or horsehair, and we represent a year number like 180, 180, which is like 360. There's like a year's number into this instrument. And then, as Tamir explained earlier, like his singing style is all like imitating the nature sound, sky sound, mountain sound, like the river sound. So on this instrument, we have a lot of tunes. Have traditional tunes with no composer, and also like imitating the animals or like the daily like the dance movement as well. So here's an example of the imitation of the horse.
Are there any string players in the audience? I see a couple hands. Can you show them? I think it's really cool. About how you finger the strings, because it's a little bit different than a traditional viol in America.
Usually the cello will use like this part of the finger, right? So you press on the string. But on the horse and fiddle, you actually use this side of finger, so the outside. So it's like.
Yeah, and there's even though there's like there's a board where the strings go, you don't like press the string onto the board. So you're actually stopping the string on the side of the string. It's kind of an interesting technique you don't see often.
Thank you so much. We will have a 10-minute intermission. We'll be back for the second half. Thank you so much. So the next song will be a song called the drinking song.
Get your drinks ready.
Get the drinks ready, yeah. The reason why we have a drinking song is in Nomad people, in Mongolian people especially love to sing all the time, even like when we're having a dinner or lunch, you see like everybody singing all the time. So there's the drinking song specifically for that. Not necessarily alcoholic, but people love to drink there, so this is a really important culture in Mongolia, so drinking song. You know what Mongolian drink? Mainly, it's called aira, which is horse milk fermented drink. It's a horse milk drink. And in Mongolia, we say takhta. We say chairs. Takhta.
So for this one, we need a little bit of your help. It's kind of a call and response. What do horses like to eat? Hey, exactly. So we're gonna say, Ayesimandanse. Hey. Willisatandanse. Hey. There you go, you got it. All right.
Hey, wait, is it dancing? Hey,
Shure, Takta, everyone.
Ta-ta!
Thank you so much.
You know why ponies can't sing? Because they're a little hoarse. It's my one horse joke for tonight.
Of course, we're gonna go in for our another horse music. This time it's a group of horses. To having a folk instrument downside, you have to constantly tuning, like almost tuning every 3-4 minutes. This is already much better because we're trying to using some nylon string. If we like using our traditional like horse mane, horse tail, then you're probably seeing like we're playing 1 minute and then, oh wait a second, So you can see a lot of our music instrument has little modification, such as traditionally this instrument doesn't have any fret, but to playing like as ensemble, so we have added a fret here, so you can play like a guitar. So this is basically a nylon string wired up to making strings. So you can see others doesn't have fret. Alright.
course. Yes. So before we going for next song is called Andot, which is for the brothers and sisters. And we met each other in actually Kentucky because of the horses. We went to Kentucky, the Kentucky Derby, playing an instrument, and end up also he went to school there. I also was there in school, and Brent was there in a gig playing music there, and then our one professor introduced us, and then we just playing duet and sometimes our trio, and then eventually we formed a band. And because of that, also Brent Roman here actually literally DIY his own percussion set. You can tell this is not like normal Guitar Center, right? And in fact, he even has like almost like collaboration with Remo. So, Brent, can you give us your tour about the instrument?
Sure. If you ever want to try to find out where the Mongolians are, go where the horses are. That's how you find them. By the way, before I start talking about all the instruments, it was really cool. This morning we were coming from Indiana, Bloomington, and Tamir tells me, he's like, hey, you know, on our way to St. Louis, do you mind if we stop by a Mongolian temple? Oh. Yeah, let's do it. So they've been there before, and he has a really cool story about it. I won't not bore you with it right now, but it's his story to tell. It was really cool the first time he went and who he met there. Very cool. Ask him about that after the show. But it was my first time. It was really cool, and I kind of like to go around the grounds and just spin the Tibetan Buddhist little spinning guys. It was nice and like set us up for a really great show tonight. So the energy is good. So anyway. So who here who's, by a raise of hands, have seen a traditional Mongolian or Tuvan ensemble? You have? No. Cool, so a couple of you. Often what you'll see is kind of like a semicircle of people. Usually there's one person who has this gigantic bass drum, and it's literally sitting on the floor, and they're sitting in a chair, and they kind of hit both sides of the bass drum. It's made out of, wood and hide on the side, and then they put a set of bells on top, sort of like horse reins bells, and that's their kit. Sometimes they play the bells, like very horse gallopy. Sometimes they hit the drums, and that's their kit, basically. And we needed something that we could tour with. Originally we started in a Toyota Prius, so that was not gonna happen. So I had to come up with an idea of how to like nest everything in together. So I have 3 frame drums in front of me, and the 2 on top are technically barons, and barons, being a folk house here, you've probably seen some traditional Irish musicians, and it's generally played upright, and you have a tipper that you play, right? So it's played jigs and reels and slip jigs. I play a little bit of Irish music, that's what I know, but these are Irish barons, but they've been sort of modified by myself. But these have black Bahia heads on them. So the heads are heads that come from northern Brazil. And so in Brazil, they have these like weighted vinyl heads that produce very low fundamentals. So you'll hear them on panderos, or rebolos, or surdo. So it's really, really low. So right? So it's this big, deep sound. So that represents that bass drum that you see on the floor. And then up top, I have these bells. These are classical Indian dancing bells. So they'll put them on the ankles of the dancers, and then they do their fancy dance work. So like Bharatanatyam, Kuchipudi, traditions of that sort. So those are my bells up there. So that's where I start the inspiration from. Some ensembles will also have another frame drum that is usually representing a shaman's drum. You have shamanism in nomadic countries, in Tuva, Mongolia, and the shaman will use their shaman drum sort of as a conduit between the 2 planes of existence, and able to induce transcendent, ways of going back and forth. And so I have my like shaman drum on the bottom here that I play. I'm sitting on a drum, believe it or not, and the drum I'm sitting on is called a cajon, and cajon means box in Spanish. It originally came from like fish crates and then turned into musical instruments. They have them in, it's becoming the new djembe of the world, and everyone has one now, it's seemingly. You'll see them in a lot of acoustic bands, right? Because it kind of makes like a drum set sound. You have bass and snare, right? Mine's again souped up, so I have, everything has to be souped up. So I have a bass drum head on the side that I can tune and dampen and envelope and all these fun stuff, and I have it hooked up to a foot pedal, so I can play it with my foot. I also play it with my hands, but then I also have this little jingle attachment where I can sort of approximate a hi-hat closed and a hi-hat open. So, traditional Mongolian rhythm. But there you go. So that's the cajon. And then I got a lot of literal bells and whistles, because what Tamir was talking about before, and also Nigel, there's a lot of imitation in our music, right? One could say it's programmatic music. The titles will kind of tell you something about the piece you're about to listen to, and then the way we play our instruments relate, imitate nature, animals, different sounds that sort of put you in a space. So even if you don't speak Mongolian or Tuvan, you can hopefully understand a little bit about what the song is trying to say sonically. So since he's doing imitation with his throat singing, he's doing imitation with his instrument, I'm doing imitation with sounds over here. So I have babbling brooks, I have like little like Tibetan bells on the wind, little rain bells, rains from horses. I had a little rattlesnake, right? I have some birds. Woo! Dead bird. This is actually a samba whistle. But I can play it like birds, so it's fun. You have wind. I did not eat any beans for dinner. What else? What else? What else I have? Oh, thunder. Thunder. Right? You heard rain, right? I have a rain stick. I'll play a little bit of this now. Did we do this song already? I don't even remember.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is interesting. So this, in the one song that we played, where I played that, it's to represent sword fighting with swords. It's called a ribbon crusher. And then finally, a really fun, I have some like pods down here, and pods on my feet, bells on my feet. I have this instrument. This is a really interesting instrument. This is a drone instrument, technically in the brass family. It's called a didgeridoo. It is from Australia. It's played by the indigenous people of Australia called the Aborigines, and they have the longest unbroken culture in the world, 40,000 years. This is one of the oldest instruments in the world. We don't know exactly how old, but cave paintings has dated them. You know, you see the didgeridoo on the caves. We've been able to date those between 10 and 20,000 years old. So it's pretty old. It's really cool because when we first started this band, he's an amazing throat singer, of course, and Nigel could do some throat singing. I couldn't do any. I was like, I don't know if I'm going to back up singing. So when we first started, it's like, well, you know, that throat singing, that low, like, congarol sound, it's like, it really reminds me of the didgeridoo. Maybe that would blend well, and we started playing around with it, and like, wow, that kind of complements. It's really neat, it's fun. And so also, it's an overtone instrument. It's a drone instrument. And it's, since we don't have a bass player in the band, it kind of sometimes realize this low, drony bass that all this other stuff can kind of happen on top. And it also has a tradition of imitation, doing the nature, doing the sounds, do the animals. And so the Aborigines will, kind of like throat singing, they'll go out in the nature and they'll make the sounds of the nature and the animals. So give me an animal from Australia.
Kangaroo.
Kangaroo, you want to hear kangaroo? Okay. You know, what does a kangaroo sound like? Oh, yeah. So they do the motion of the kangaroo, and how does a kangaroo locomote? They hop, yes. So that's how the kangaroos move. Have you ever had kangaroo beer? It's a little hoppy. Sorry, guys. And then, you guys know of a wild dog?
Dingo.
Dingo? Yes. You want to hear what a dingo sounds like?
Yeah.
Okay, listen to this. Did you hear the dingo? Yeah. So this uses a technique called circular breathing, so you can continuously keep the sound going without stopping. You breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth simultaneously, and so it's making this circular sound of the didgeridoo. So that's a little like tour around the world in 60 days, if you will. So thank you very much, guys. Appreciate it. I'm good. I'm good.
Thank you so much. Baiklah, for Andut, for brothers and sisters. So we're gonna play a song called Alterna. Perhaps few of the song not about horses, but this song will be really interesting because all of the music, as Brent mentioning, is all either in Mongolian or Tuvan language. But because of the music idea and image, you can have an idea like what we're singing about. But this music, we actually have English lyrics.
So you should understand what the song's about. How wild wolves growl, snow falls like the rain. The crows of special grass, resilient, tough and strong. Beloved, Altergana, we sing to you with song. Tended by my parents in our village, it appears. Buryat blades, tall and strong, steadfast through the years. A symbol of resilience, of hardships faced each day, rooted in the sacred earth. This is the nomad way.
It's an amazing night we play here in our Tuvergen band. So we're gonna play our last song tonight. Thanks so much for Focal Point having us here. It's a blast, really. Thanks so much for coming.
Thanks,
And,
Jim, Krista,
Yes, thank you so
Brad
much.
doing our sound. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate
Yes.
it.
After Tuvergen. So.
Oh, let me set this song up for you. So, we are Tuvergen band. If you didn't know that by now. But Tuvergen means galloping in Mongolian. So again, our namesake has to do about horse culture. It's very important. And so the piece that we're about to play right now, which is starting to set up to kind of look like dueling banjos a little bit, but we have dueling hornhorn. This is called Tuvergen, and you can understand sort of the title, galloping. So this is sort of a virtuosic piece that features this instrument. I hope you enjoy it.
Do one more? Okay, thanks so much for having us again. So we do one more, but if we want to do one more, we have to make a deal.
Yeah,
So,
it's gonna cost you.
yeah, so everybody has to sing along with us, and we're gonna learn a new language. It's not human language; it's a horse language. Can you repeat after me one word called "ashodegeo"? Yeah, one more time. "ashodegeo". Yes, Brent, what "ashodegeo" mean? "ashodegeo". Yeah. So "ashodegeo" mean "ashodegeo". It's a horse language. It's really similar to cowboy. Yeehaw.
Yeah, sometimes if you need to stop the horse, you know, there's different commands. And hush, 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 so hush the
Yeah. Push it faster. Shoot it!
Oh, please feel free to see us after the show. We're going to be at the merch table. We have
Yes.
some merch. We don't have our album out yet, but sign up on our mailing list. It's currently in the mix. The mix? It is being mixed. It's being mastered, actually, as we speak. But if you sign up for the mailing list, you'll know when that drops and be able to get yourself a copy. We're going to have some new merch items in the new year, so look forward to that. One of our songs that we did earlier in the evening is available for free download on our website, tuvergenband.com. We have some business cards back there if you want to look at it. Tag us on social media, follow us on, you know, all that stuff. We have a single, Spotify, so yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you. Ready to sing? All right, you guys start.
You start, and we'll follow.
전라를 이용 전남 바라리 아쇼 땡겨요 택트를 이용 전남 자이 아쇼 땡겨요 준니어라 민니어라 아쇼 땡겨요 택트를 이용 전남 자이 아쇼 땡겨요 민니어라 민니어라 아쇼 땡겨요 택트를 이용 전남 자이 아쇼 땡겨요 준니어라 민니어라 아쇼 땡겨요 제자라면 전남 바라리 아쇼 땡겨요 전라를 위용 찾는 바람 아쇼 땡겨요 택트를 위용 찾는 나이 아쇼 땡겨요 준니어라 민니어라 아쇼 땡겨요 택트를 위용 찾는 사이야 아쇼 땡겨요 아쇼 땡겨요 아쇼 땡겨요 아쇼 땡겨요 아쇼 땡겨요 전라를 위용 찾는 자야 택트를 위용 찾는 자야 준니어라 민니어라 택트를 위용 찾는 자야 아쇼 땡겨요
Thank you so much. Thanks so much. Thank you so much. We are Tuvergen Band. Thanks so much for Pokemon having us. Now we'll be there in the merch area.